The mainstream media continues to adopt the GOP, the Republican talking points about bipartisanship and doing what's best to ensure unity. What they really mean is capitulation. What they really mean is if you don't adopt what we want as we want it, then it is not bipartisanship. You are being partisan. Let's listen to how Jen Psaki handled Dana Bash when she pushes in the Republican talking points. She comes back to the issues, but we'll go ahead and explain it better on the other side. Check this out.
President Biden's his sweeping $1.9 trillion coronavirus relief package is now in the Senate, as you know. A cornerstone of this campaign that he ran, his presidential campaign, was bipartisan cooperation. He called it a mandate from the American people. He got 0 Republican votes in the House. It looks like he may get 0 in the Senate. Can you point to one concession that President Biden is making to this package to try to win Republican support?
Well, first, I can say, Dan, I think there have been more Republicans in the House and Senate sitting in the Oval Office over the last month, having a discussion, having a debate at times with the president about what they want to see in this package, what we can work together on, than perhaps over the last 4 years. The president has been open to hearing good ideas from Republicans and Democrats on how to make it better. And at this point in time, though, what this proposal is going to address is how we're going to help people bridge through this period of time, get them direct checks, reopen schools, get more vaccines in the arms of Americans. We have not seen a substantive big proposal in response back from Republicans. This is the scope of the problem and the scope of the kind of package that we need to pass to address that.
So he's definitely had discussions with Republicans, and he's heard their concerns. So is he open to actually acting on that and changing his proposal, changing the legislation to address those concerns?
He's been open from the beginning. There's been more targeting of the direct checks. He has not been willing to negotiate on the size of the checks, but there has been a targeting to ensure that it hits the Americans who need that help the most. That's an idea that has come up in meetings with Democrats and Republicans, and he's certainly open to hearing from their ideas. What he will not do, though, is make this a Washington political partisan issue and prevent the American people from getting the relief they need.
So this bill could change.
70% of the public wants this bill to pass. Well, it's going through the Senate process. As you know, this is democracy in action. We know that the bill will look different on the way out, as it did when he presented it in his primetime address. But there is an urgency here, Dan, as you know, because by the middle of March, 11 million Americans will lose unemployment insurance. So we need to move quickly and rapidly to get this relief out to the American public.
It's definitely.
Now, Jen Psaki did something great. She answered the question in full when she said there is no substantive big proposal coming from the Republicans. That should have squashed everything. In other words, the Republicans have no positions of consequence that they're putting out there. But more importantly, she also said, we are bringing into this White House Republicans and Democrats, and we're listening to their ideas, and massage within this budget will be all the positive ideas that make a difference from everybody who comes in. Already the American people say they want this package, which means the package is in effect. If it's not bipartisan in the Senate, it is in fact, or on the House, it is in fact bipartisan where it matters with everybody else. But here's the thing that Jen Psaki is very good at. She continues to tell Americans specifically how it's going to affect them. You will be able to go back to school. You will be able to have vaccines. You will have relief financially. You will have relief on the things that matter to you. She didn't go into all the intricacies of the Senate and the filibuster or any of those things, because most Americans don't understand that. They don't know that. They just know things aren't getting done. So she says, if we pass this bill, this is how it's going to affect you, American people. And this is something that progressives have not been very good at for a long time. We don't tell Americans in good detail how what we're doing is bread and butter for them. Republicans are generally very good at telling them, if this happens, this is going to harm you in this way, even though most of the times they're lying, but they're saying, this is going to harm you this way. And then the right wing, the people who think they're right wing jump in and say, we don't want Obamacare because Obamacare is going to take my mother and throw her over the cliff. But Jen Psaki has the inoculation to that. When you pass this bill, this this and this is how your life is going to be better. So this is the kind of narrative we have to keep, and they come on TV and they tell it and they write about it, and we should, as progressives, those of us in the independent media, we need to continuously press on it and keep the narrative straight. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead, number one, subscribe to our channel, and number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.